All year long, crews in Virginia Beach have been adding sand to help reduce sand damage. But they have not started work in Sandbridge, leaving the narrow strip of land vulnerable to storms. And that's where we find 13 News Now reporter Allie Weatherton. Allie, are people nervous about that?
Well, David, people are nervous. Now, the president of the Civic League here in Sandbridge says when it rains here, it floods, and it's bad. But the city leaders say this beach is in good condition and can withstand a storm. In February, Sandbridge Beach will get a $20 million upgrade to add more sand.
It's going to greatly mitigate and reduce potential storm damages and loss of property, potentially loss of life. And that's the main reason why we do beach nourishment projects.
This is a glance at what the beach looked like back in 1991.
There was nothing but a bulkhead separating the properties and the ocean.
Coastal Program Manager Dan Adams says since the 90s, there have been 5 beach restoration projects in Sandbridge.
We spend millions to save billions.
But Sandbridge Civic League President Andrew Roper says the 2019 restoration is long overdue, and he's worried about this hurricane season.
We're supposed to be on a 3-year maintenance schedule with the city with regards to sand replenishment.
City leaders say the beach restoration was planned for a 3-year cycle, but were able to push it to 5 to 6 years because they're putting more material on the beach. Adams says it saves money and gives a higher level of storm protection. He thinks this beach could handle a storm as is right now.
It is prepared. We expect we could lose a significant amount of sand. The sand is sacrificial. The idea is to protect the upland structures and the infrastructure.
Now, while city leaders say this beach is prepared, community members are hoping no hurricanes or storms head this way anytime soon. Live in Virginia Beach, Allie Weatherton, 13 News Now.